Just getting that set up there. Alright, is that good? Looks pretty good. I want to figure out how to get the chat turned off, because we don't really need the chat there, so. Oh well. You guys maybe don't mind too much. Alright, so I'm just going to bring it up on the computer here. So then, you can see what the chat's saying. Anyway, I was just doing some work on the trophy truck, so thought I'd give you guys a bit of behind the scenes. It's pretty good. Alright. There we go, now it's set up on the computer. There we go. Let me know what you guys think about the audio. Then I can know if I need to make any changes. Alright. Sorry that the chat thing's in there. I want to figure out how to get rid of that, because you don't really need it. Bring you guys a bit closer here. This finicky tripod. Alright. That's pretty good. Alright, so I'm just doing some work here. I was working on the body here, actually, getting the mounts, because it's having a bit of issues. I don't know if you guys can see that really there, but I don't want that bar showing. It's showing a lot. A bit more on this side. But just fixing that. That's alright. A bit better now. It used to be not as good. Might put some decals on there. But, yeah. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing, guys. Our subscribers are going up. I want to get to 1,000 as soon as possible. Maybe by the end of the summer. But, yeah, so if you guys didn't see the last stream, we just did some shock changes on here. And all I'm doing this time really is just seeing how the shocks fit, seeing how that stuff works. Not too much. Nothing crazy. I've been running these. I think they're AKA Enduros. Someone gave these to me, so I've been using these in the front. Let's see, I need to take tires off the Slash. Yeah, I think I'll have to do that. Oh well. I'll just pop the tires off there. Take the tires off this one. See how quickly I can do this. I should be timing myself maybe. I'll take the ones off the back. Shock oil's really nice, because we worked on that last time. Super nice. Tires are just filthy from my last video. They're filthy from the forest. I was doing some off-roading, but it had rained before then, so it's a bit dirty. That's alright. These tires might have water in them too. They're nasty. Even though I'm not a huge fan of having different front and rear tires, that's what I've been doing, because doesn't matter too much, but I got better steering on it. With the bigger front wheels, I feel like they also have less surface area to turn, because it's pretty tough on the servo to turn that anyway. So that's a bit easier to turn. I think so. Oh well, I'll throw those tires on after. Throw them back on. Won't have them off for too long. Just for now. Let's see. I want to figure out how to get the chat off the screen. Sorry about that, guys. Back on the trophy truck. I think this one goes on this side. I think these tires look pretty sweet. See if I can get that out of there. We need just some tweezers maybe. Yep, that's basically all I'm doing right now. Sorry about that. Just trying to get these off. Once I can get these off, I can get them on. Just trying to pop these off. The wheel nuts in there. Yep. Almost got it. Trying to get that on there. If you hear talking in the background, that's just other people. Let's see if I can get that on there. Just gonna get something to clean my hands on. They keep getting dirty, getting shock oil and stuff. Be right back. Might actually have a cloth in here. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. That's a bit better. I don't think... Yeah, so the problem with these ones is they don't really... I just had to put hot glue in there so I can keep it on there. Don't know if you guys can see that. I think the app that I'm using to stream this live stream, I think that it puts the chat in there. I don't care to have it there, but don't know really how to avoid it. But also, I'm hoping to get some different wheels for this. I want the ones with like the part where this is nice and big, so it's like the trophy truck wheels. Gives it a nice big tire appearance. Maybe Baja Ray ones. Those ones look pretty sweet. What do you guys think? You guys can let me know in the comments later. Trying to get that wheel on there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, so I also put, you know what, that is a pesky wheel. I also put, this in the front here. I'm going to do something a bit more durable, because that right now isn't the best. But if I can get this wheel on from the top here, let's see. I was going to see how quickly I could do it, but I'm not doing it that quick. Oh man. Maybe they just don't want to stay on. I'm trying to get these on here. This angle, you guys can see the underside of the trophy truck. I've got this panel on here, some tape. It's trying to figure out something more permanent for the wheels there. It's not the best. AC's back on again. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe I'll turn it off. There we go. Got that wheel on. That's one pesky little wheel. Don't know if I have the spacers in here right now. I think I have them in the Raptor. Just propping this thing up. So I've got the wheel hexes somewhere. Hope I didn't mix them in with my other ones. Actually, you know what? Might be on here somewhere. Yo, PJ Brenny. Here's one. I think that one's gonna fit. Let's check for fitment. Actually, that's a nice fit. I think I like that one better than the original one. I don't know if you guys can see, but in here, I have a metal washer to prevent that from wearing down more than it has to. So even if it does wiggle, it's not the end of the world. I was just saying, it's annoying that I got the chat on the screen. I want it to be on the side of the screen. But the streaming thing is super annoying. Feel free to ask any questions if you do, where I got the parts, stuff like that. Just working on getting this on here. Might do another shop tour in a bit for you guys who didn't see it last live stream. These tires are so worn down. That's better. Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned in any of my videos, but yeah, it's better. Don't know if I mentioned in any of my other videos, but I was having troubles because I've wanted to run the battery in the back so I have more weight back here and less up front, but when I put the battery back here, it puts a lot of weight on these shocks, so I couldn't run it with those shocks, so I had to get another set of shocks in here through this one in, but then I get less travel on the shocks. So that's a bit of a downside. I hope to get something 120 millimeter that's like much stiffer. It could be just the placement of the shocks that's not the greatest, but not the end of the world. Sound good? The Baja Ray axle has different sized wheel hexes or wheel nuts, so I have to get something different. I'm gonna see if I can find the other ones. I know they're somewhere around here. Not too sure where they are. Put the wrap the body back under there. They're probably hidden amongst all the other garbage on their shop. These don't need them too much, but yeah. I did some work in the workshop here, so it's more organized. Got a ton of the remotes set up on the shelf over here. Got my remotes over there. Anyway, just trying to get this wheel on here. Yeah, so the front here, I'll throw the spacers in. It's like extremely cushy. That's like crazy. The 40 weight really is soft, especially running like longer travel shocks in the front. It's crazy. Longer travel with the 40 weight in the front is like, it's wild. So for those of you who don't know, this is the custom trophy truck. I'm sure most of you guys know that, but I'll pull up the slasher. I think I just ran one full-size spacer here. Maybe it was half, actually. Could have been half. don't recall. I think it was just half because I was running it with pretty soft ones on there, so that it wasn't too much. That's better there. I like that. There we go, I've got the spacers in there. Yeah, it's pretty soft, but I don't really mind actually having it a bit stiffer in the back there, and I'll show you why. I'll show you guys why I have the back a bit stiffer. So when I put this battery in here, hang on, that might be the wrong one. I'm gonna grab a charger for my phone. There we go. Hang on. Yeah, so I just took the spacers out of the back here, and I'll show you guys where I throw my battery in the back in just a minute, because I'm sure you guys can see here, it's pretty stiff. I have a lot of travel down, but not much travel there. Yeah, so it's pretty stiff in the back. That's just because when I put this battery back here, that extra little bit of weight makes it a bit cushier, which is fine with me. It's pretty nice. Actually, I was running this, hitting like a little jump earlier, and I was actually, I really liked how it was handling. Flip this over. So, right now I'm just holding the battery back with a little bit of tape. I will have something better in the future. That's just all I have for now. But that's what it is for now. Just gonna plug my phone in here. It's always so hard to figure out which way it goes into the charging block for some reason. There we go. Now my phone for recharging, and I'll probably step on that later. I'm calling it. Yeah, so this is where it's at right now. But there we go. Yeah, I want to put a sway bar on the back here, but I've got one. It's a slash sway bar, so I was trying to figure out how to mount it there. Here it is. Sway bar. That's the bar, and then here's the mount. But I need like some parts to mount it with, because I don't really have any mounts for it. Maybe I can try and make something up here. I mean, I'm not sure how much it matters, but I've got these two mounts, but they're way too small. They're only gonna go certain ways. Won't be big enough. Yeah, but that fits in behind that shock. So if I can mount this somewhere up here, or even wider, I don't know. I'd like to do it on the inside somewhere there. Then I want when it compresses, I want it to be able to see these. I want these to peek through up here. So, yeah. Tires here in front. I was pretty happy with the travel. And believe it or not, they don't actually touch. They will touch a bit there. But if it's going straight and it lands a jump, it's actually not going to touch there. Might seem like it's going to touch, but they don't touch. It's pretty soft. I mean, that's just how trophy trucks are. You don't really want them every time you land a jump to kind of catch like that. Let's see what I can do here. I mean, it would have to be pretty small if I wanted to shove a sway bar in there, but honestly, not really too sure how it should be. Not sure why I have tape on there. I'll just go around the truck a little bit here. So, back here, battery tucks up under there. The wheel looks like it's gonna touch. Doesn't touch till I turn, but usually when you're turning, you're leaning that way anyway, so if it's going that way, that still doesn't touch. I have a lot of travel on the back there, but not much when it drops back. And that's because you can see the way we have it mounted up here. Goes that way. The shock just isn't long enough to reach from the further point all the way down to here. And I could take this one out and slide it over, but this shock just isn't stiff enough. It's hard to find springs that will work for that because the truck is so heavy. I could look into getting UDR shocks because I know those would probably support it, but might just be handy to be able to run 2 on it maybe. There you go. So, yeah. I mean, I want it to be able to drop out a bit further there. I don't need it coming up all the way that far. It's a lot of travel down. I'd rather it divided, being able to go further out rather than full in like that. Anyway, I think I'll just have to buy new shocks, unfortunately. Or I could make the shock mount different, but still. I want a shock mount. Yeah, just mount it differently. That's alright though. Let's see. Yeah, so as for sway bar, I mean, so I've got like this mount, a smaller mount like that, and I've got my front mount here. So the one's for the back, one's for the front. So it's like that one, and then the smaller one. I might do the smaller one because it might fit in here, somewhere back there. That's alright. Yeah, I mean, that's not too important. I've got the longer extension here. This is just something that I made up on my own. this one should run all the way to the back here. Let's see, which one's there now? I think this one. Is that better for you guys? Truck always looks so weird on camera. Looks way better in person. Wish I could show you guys. Let's get this thing on. I think that battery's charged. Yeah, you can tell it's a bit hard on the servo there, so far as it wants to go. So if I want to bring it over like that, it actually has all that way to go, but it can only pull at a certain distance. I want to drive it right off here. Yeah, that's... I think this one might actually be faster. This thing is a blast to drive though. Just some slight things to work on. Turn that off here. Just some small stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna get the truck lined up. That's where it wants to set. Okay. Yeah, so if I go like this, that's where it sits. I'm gonna switch so I can make sure that it drives straight. Line that up perfectly there. Yeah, you can see it's on a bit of an angle. I think if I angled the tires like out slightly, I'd get, like, if it was like that, I could get a bigger turn on the one inner tire. Not sure. I mean, I've seen people do that before, I think. And I know some trucks do. But I guess it's just trial and error till I get like a sweet spot kind of. Yeah, I mean, want to get the steering sorted out. I have like, yeah, so it's slightly off. I think I messed that up, but yeah, so it's a bit angled that way. I'll take it out and fix it. I think that's off. Maybe I can actually do that from here. Yeah, I think I can do it. Maybe? I mean, I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of seeing how it works. Might need to take the body off for this. Or what I have on it anyway right now. Keep that up there. Just hope it doesn't fall. Yeah, if I can reach in there and then maybe, just maybe I can reach it. I'm gonna grab some. I'll be right back. So, I mean, I don't think I have pliers or anything that's long enough really to get at that there. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think I could use a sway bar. Just turn it there, which... No, I'm just joking. I need to... Maybe these would work. Which way? It's so hard to tell which way I need to undo it from. I mean, I feel like I need to pop the whole front end off to really get at the servo there. Actually, you know what I've done in the past? I need to figure that out. I need to sort something out. Because working on the inside of this truck is like terrible. I didn't think it through. Servo screw mounts. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the fact that I can take everything off from the bottom here and it just falls out. But yeah, okay, I can see that there. Now that the servo's off, I can get inside here. So, I mean, yeah, I'll just leave it there. It'll probably fall out. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. So it's got to go which way more? Got to be closer back. Where did I put that? Here it is. Yeah, I found out that I had a bunch of parts from the Raptor. It just came with spares of everything. Or not everything, but like it came with a few spares, you know? Okay. So let's see. Where do we want this, guys? Because I can do the adjusting from the remote, but I want to actually do it properly rather than just doing the cheap way of doing it. So it's not too shabby. I think I can, yeah, I can adjust it like that there. Seems like a pretty good spot there. Just click it in. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get the alignment here on so that it's not, so that both steering angles on both sides are the same. Ooh. Well, I'm not sure if that's exactly what I was hoping for. Might be even further off than it actually. You know what? That might be pretty good. I'll give it a go, and then if I don't like it, I can always change it. That's what came off. I was expecting that. Where's? There's a spot. So, once I get this on, the alignment should be better. And I'm not seeing it wanting to go to the one side, or the other side only has a certain amount of turn on it. So, yeah, it's tricky to get that thing lined up here. There's a few bolts sticking up that are hard to make it a bit difficult. Just the whole setup here. That's better. Might need a bigger work table here. I can work with that. 126 subscribers, guys. That's amazing. Let's see when we can get to 500. And then the next milestone, I'm pretty sure, is pretty sure that's 1,000. So that's better. I think that I'll appreciate that. And you know what? I want to move the servo housing there. Might put you guys on a different tripod that's closer to the truck. Do you guys like the further out one, maybe? Maybe that's better. Get as close as I can. So I was riding this buggy the other day. The Amazon buggy. That's its new name. Amazon buggy. Took it to the woods and it did 5K with one battery. 5 kilometers. Like maybe 2 hours-ish. I wasn't really going full throttle on it. Maybe an hour. With one battery, and it comes with 2, so I was pretty happy with how that was. Yeah, so I need to turn this thing on to see if the steering's lined up. Because if it's not, I'll have to do that again. I think yeah, I also need to, I want to put some dudes in here. So I'll need to move my receiver housing down. I've got like 2 wooden mounts here. There's one here and there's one down there. So yeah, it's just, let's see if I can, yeah, that actually came off. Not too bad. Don't want to break any of the wires here because I got a few wires going in there. And if I snap one, that would be a huge disappointment. There we go. Let's see. I don't think I snapped anything. Not too bad. Okay. Just switching the wires around to get it. That one goes on down. I want to make sure that forward's not backward and backward's not forward when I switch these motor wires around. If I mess it up, then it's not good. Yeah, I'll cut down. Can always put these zip ties on again later. But it's much harder to switch the wire around. There we go. Yeah, so then I have more room up and down, and it's not sticking up past here. I want everything low, as close to the ground as I can get it, so that I don't roll over that easily. It just absorbs a little fall so dramatically. It's It's ridiculous. There we go. How am I gonna mount that? I'll just use some tape here. Just temporary. I'll change it later. Maybe I should take this thing out and drive it soon. Do some more testing. I'm always testing this thing to see how everything should be. That's amazing. That sits on there nicely. Now I need to figure out a spot. You know what? That maybe... Yeah, I'm not sure if this goes over or under. I think it goes under one of these wires. That goes under. Just trying to sort out these wires so if one comes further this way, I can put my ESC all the way to the floor. But I need a pretty long wire to get all the way to the back there. That's better. Maybe that works. I don't want it to be pulling too hard if I like roll it and then something comes out of the truck and yanks at some of the wires. I want it to be on here. So I'm just putting a zip tie on there. I love zip ties. So that's pretty good. Sits maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you guys could probably tell in my urban shark testing YouTube short, you guys can probably see that when the back unloads like that, it doesn't really have too much. And it still absorbs the drop. Maybe it's just more for looks, because I can tap the back of the truck all the way down to the ground. I don't really want that. Don't need that. But, yep. I think I want to put a sticker on the front here. Somewhere on the front, like maybe like TRRC right there. What do you guys say? Yay or nay? Want to keep all the wires away from the motor because if it gets too hot, then it'll easily melt it. I'm gonna bring the main wire over further away from it. Okay. Gonna grab a zip tie for that. Got a bunch of my stuff sorted, so it's super duper easy to get everything where I want it. Or know where everything is. I'll just keep that over there for now. I think that should be long enough to reach away. Just want to keep as many of, like, especially the smaller wires away from the motor as possible. That's looking pretty good. Give you guys a better view there. See if I can swing in my chair. So, yeah, 2 shocks, less travel, but I can have the battery in the back so it's not always nosing over every time I hit a jump, which I don't think is what you want, but I also don't want it to parachute too much, which it doesn't really parachute too much, but I just don't need it doing that. So, yeah, I'll put you guys back up on the tripod. The finicky tripod. There we go. yeah. So that's basically everything I can think of. Oh, I'll throw the body back on the truck. So up here, I've got up there is where I keep all of the body parts for the truck. There we go. That's a pretty good angle. Yeah, I tried taping these tires here, but I might need to do something like putting glue on it, because these tires are pretty nasty. Like, I'm losing a bit of tread there. Yeah, maybe I'll just go at it with like a screwdriver in between each part. Oh, I won't bore you guys with that. So, I feel like that's mostly everything for the trophy truck. Oh yeah, another thing. So, over here, we got the new links, but the problem is they were too short. We made them. They're not perfect. We're going to make some new ones. But you can see if I line it up here, the drive shaft dips down a bit, and I want the drive shaft here going straighter up to there. I don't need it dipping down like that. That's just something small. I don't need it hitting a rock and then messing the whole thing up. Don't really want that. I mean, I could make it go further away, but if I did just like twist them to make them longer, it might, I'm afraid it would just not be sturdy enough. Like, they might just fall out of the actual mounts, if that makes any sense. But, yeah. So I think I replaced all the shock oil in all these more recently. You can tell it's pretty cushy. That's basically it. I should put some Loctite on these ones here, but I don't have to do that on the live stream. Let's see, is there anything else I'm forgetting to cover here? Oh yeah, GoPro mounts. So, I've got these pretty cool GoPro mounts here. Get the case here. So, I want to mount it in a way that even when I have the body on, it's not affecting what you can see, because if I'm doing first person racing, or even if I'm just not doing first person, it's still super annoying to try and see what you're doing when you don't have a great view. So now that I have that off, I can throw the GoPro mount in. Oh yeah, and that was another reason why I didn't like having the receiver, receiver housing on there. Let's see if I can get that back on. It's tricky to get that in there, but once it's in there pretty good. I think that'll give a good view. I'm not sure where my GoPro is. But if I throw the body on, or part of it, I think we've got a pretty good view there. Bit tight, but if you can see the GoPro in there. What do you guys think? You think that'll be good? Probably pretty good. Oh yeah, where did that body post go? I wanted to deal with that. I'm gonna get a screw just to throw that in there so it doesn't keep falling off. Ah, that'll do. Should do. random screw off some piece of shelving. I should do something better than that. You know what, maybe I'll just get something else. I want something that stays in there and doesn't keep falling off like the original one. Yeah, that'll do. I think these are the ones that they actually have on the truck. On the Raptor, sorry. I should put Loctite on all these at some point, because this really just always losing stuff. And I just dropped something, but I don't know what I dropped. Oops. Oh, that's much better. That's on there. Body's not going anywhere with that one. So if I put that on there. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good. See what it's like with the body on it. I'm gonna tighten on real quick before I do that. I really hate the rattle that it makes when, like on the Raptor, the body's rattling around. I've tried like foam pieces and everything. Don't like that. Hey there, that's much better. These are kind of temporary at first, but I'm kind of liking it. Yeah, so you can see here, and I'll need to figure something out for that. The body on the front, it really cuts into where the GoPro would see anything. So that's alright though. I'll need to figure something out. I can always just take the front off so that you get a better view if you're doing racing like that. I think that's everything. Don't worry if you guys missed this live stream. I'm going to be doing lots more in the future. So, I'll be doing more. It's much easier than editing a longer video. Long form videos are a bit trickier. What? Oh yeah. I want to get... Yeah, so these front ones... Yeah. No, wait. I may have covered that in the front. I mean, the beginning of the video. Yo, Double Clutch Productions. Thank you so much for stopping by. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was inspired by your builds. I liked the Baja Ray one that you did. The Raptor Baja Ray. When I saw that, I was like, that looks amazing. So, yep. Not much, but I was just doing some work on the shocks here. I set the front ones up, put the tires in. Oh, let's go. Thank you so much for subscribing, Double Clutch Productions. That's amazing. Unsubscribe to you too. I don't know how I couldn't be. I watch all of your videos. Your work on the pre-runners is amazing. What shocks do you run on your pre-runners? I just picked some up from the RC store, but I don't really like them. They're way too thin. Yep. Okay. Yeah, oops. I'll have to look into those, because, I mean, the ones that I've got right now aren't the greatest. Mine are too, they aren't stiff enough, so then when I put a second one in, it also reduces the travel there. Okay. Short course or buggy shocks. Yeah, Baja Ray. I was thinking of getting some of those. I want something that gives lots of travel, but also like compresses a lot. And I think that the Baja Ray has some pretty good ones. Oh yeah. I should look into the springs, because I like the King shocks that they've got. The ones that they've got for just, not the Super Baja Ray, but just the normal one. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. I think like the Super Baja Rays probably weighs this much or even more. So, keep kicking this tripod. But I think if I were to get shocks, I'd probably have to go with the hard shocks, because these ones are just, has to be, yeah. Are you talking about ones just for like the normal Baja Ray or the Super Baja Ray? Because I know like the ones that, yeah. Normal Losi Baja, or not the normal one, just the Losi Baja Ray, it's probably what I need for this. I don't really need too big, because I don't know if they'd fit anyway. The ones I have on here are, I think, 100 millimeter. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's... Okay, yeah. That's probably what I should go with then. I mean, I was thinking, I know, KYRC was saying he's running the... I think they're like the hot racing 120 millimeter ones. Yeah, 125 would probably be even better. I want as much travel on this, so it's just like a real trophy truck. I mean, right now it looks like it sits pretty good, but it just doesn't drop far enough. It should be dropping like to like there right now. I should definitely look into that. Oh yeah, Hammer. I know someone else was suggesting Hammer shocks. I think, yeah, they probably do the trick. I don't know too much about the Hammer. I've looked into the Baja Ray a lot, but are Hammer Ray somewhat like that, or do you think they're even longer than that? They're probably, if I were to take a guess, probably somewhere around like 100 millimeter, or maybe they're longer actually. How long are the Hammer Ray shocks? These ones are only the 100 millimeter, so I think like the extra 25 millimeter would really do the trick. Just keeping the traction when I hit a bump. So it's not like waiting too long, because I could also adjust the shock mounts here. Oh, okay. Yeah, Hammer Ray or Baja Ray, something like that. I feel like, because they're already on trophy trucks, so it's probably pretty reliable. Thank you so much, Double Clutch Productions. That's awesome that you stopped by. Thank you so much. So, I might do a live stream another time. I want to do a live stream riding this thing, because it's pretty hard to get an idea. Well, sort of. You can kind of get an idea of how the truck drives in like just a normal edit, but I think if I do a live stream, you guys can get a pretty good idea. I like to do slow-mo, so then I can see how the truck drives. The thing I noticed right away, I don't know if you guys saw the video, the one, yeah, I think that's probably what I'd do, because I don't know if they'd fit. It's a pretty tight squeeze between here and here. I don't know if you guys can see between here and between that post right there. It's a pretty tight fit. So I don't know if they'd be bigger, like width-wise, but it'd be worth trying, I think. Yeah. I think new shock mounts, because I don't need the truck dropping down so far. I mean, I guess it's good. I'd rather, the chassis plate will hit first before the shocks bottom out. Alright, see Double Clutch Productions. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the suggestions on the shocks. See you next time. Yeah, so I'll probably go with Baja Ray shocks or Losi Hammer shocks, Hammer Ray. But I think that's it for today's live stream, guys. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Appreciate you guys' time and your suggestions. I'll see you guys. See you in the next one.